Welcome to the dungeon. Important tip for all you future streamers out there. If you're going to stream at a specific time, make sure to hit go before you start doing everything. Wow. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I can't stand up because I have pajama pants on. Welcome back, all you cruise goers, vacationers, flight people, and drivers. This has been in the 5 years we've done this, and Mike would have to correct me, I don't think we've had a busier summer than this year.
Been a lot going on.
Yeah, Marston's not with us tonight. I know Anaximander, you're out on the road, right? Like, are you hoteling it tonight?
Always.
Yeah. Justinian, you just got back from like Colorado, picking out a house.
Yep.
He comes back from vacation. He's like, guys, I'm living there. So I respect that. Actually, once we move as well out that direction, we're not going to be that far from each other. We'll be within halfway meetup distance, I'm sure.
Heck yeah.
And then Gwenton just got back from a cruise.
Cruise and a wedding. And also just got done almost shitting my pants.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I
know it's drastic.
Tuesday.
It's drastic, you don't know. For those of us in the group, the lore dump file was just gone. So where I put a bunch of shit, it was just gone from Google. And I just went through a process to request all my deleted files to be restored. And thankfully it's back with last week's stuff on it, or the week before stuff in it.
Well, that's crazy.
But I'm like, where the hell did my 71 files go?
Can you back that up somewhere else just to make sure you don't lose that again? I mean,
I don't delete anything from Google.
Yeah, I have it, but I don't know what you've got in there. So yeah, so like I was up in Boston for a day, and then I had to go to Rhode Island last week. Marsland actually took me around Boston. 22,000 steps. I love the number because it's such a big number. No,
Huge.
It's huge. It took me and my wife around we walked all of downtown Boston, which actually it's a much smaller city than I anticipated. I can now say I went to Harvard. So suck it up.
I didn't even know Harvard was in Massachusetts.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Have you never seen Good Will Hunting?
I mean, I may have at some point.
So we went to this really awesome 1980s themed breakfast restaurant that was really awesome. A lot of bright colors, but the food was fantastic. Actually, it's really hard to surprise me with breakfast food with like new iterations of things because breakfast food only has so many limits. But there was some new stuff. It was like they did like a maple chipotle sauce over the top, which was new for me, and that was good. But yeah, I saw. Dang, why we got so many drop frames? Is Twitch being awful tonight? Oh, we're bouncing back a little bit there. And then we got to see some of the old historical stuff. I could have hung out in the graveyards a long time. If you know me at all, I'm a big graveyard guy. I love freaking graveyards. There's Fanboy Tone. 38 months. I think that's everything since we made the switch from Mixer. So thanks, Fanboy Tone, for that resub. Check out me on Fanboy Tone's new show, Let's Set the Tone. He just had Half-Ass Beer Review on there and Wintzilla. I haven't had a chance to do the Wintzilla one yet. I had to watch Half-Asses today, and it's always good. His research is pretty solid. So that's awesome. Anyways, Justinian, Colorado was great.
Absolutely fantastic.
Great.
I didn't want to come back to Ohio.
Well, those are words everyone says. Nobody wants to come back to Ohio. Ohio is the Denny's of the United States. You don't choose to go there, you end up there. I'm gonna make this whole Denny's bit a thing. I have a big shovel. Congratulations. And then Quentin, you were on a cruise. So anything super eventful that you could say was a lot of fun?
I mean, we didn't capsize.
That's good. I think Matt was telling me you had some rough seas because, of course, you picked a terrible time. Hype train.
At least we missed some storms. It was the first time was a little rough for some people, but the entire thing was fun. It was just really weird when I got off the boat and I was in the airport waiting, and I'm just sitting there doing this because I got so used to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I moving? I'd recommend it for anybody who's never been on one. Matt would recommend a different boat, I believe, but he's been on more than one cruise. I have no preferences.
The bigger the boat, the better, because the more. Yeah, I know when me and the wife went on one, there was one night that was questionable at best.
One of the Carnival boats has a fucking a roller coaster on it on the top.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting to the age where I need to be on like Norwegian. It's for the old people, right? I'm not a party bus kind of guy. I'm a everyone be quiet and let me take the air in kind of guy.
There's another one that's
Royal
adults
Caribbean.
only.
Yeah.
There's another one too.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah,
This is what you want to hear from the guy that leads adventurers. Hey, be quiet. I don't have to do this.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to be overwhelmed in the next few days because, like, much like Mike said in our chat, is like the information is the embargo's finally lifted on some of the players' handbook stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming down, and we've got to choose how we're going to approach it. So far, there's some great changes for exhaustion and surprise stuff. So I agree with Mike. So, some of the background stuff, I just got to put it in my hand. I got to see what they did because it seems a little strange, but it may be all right.
Well, like I said, it's almost like there's going to be a lot of people taking up the criminal background because they want that fee. And it's like that's stupid.
Not everybody's a criminal, right? So we got to look at it and see how it actually, like, you can always go with, it's hard to go off of the videos that people make, especially some of those people out there that make the videos.
And here's the big problem that I'm having, especially with DDB.
Yep.
By them putting the background customization in the Dungeon Master's Guide, you're going to have to buy the Dungeon Master's Guide to get that information on DDB.
Thanks, Hasbro.
So, people that just want a player's handbook can't use DDB for just the player's handbook because they're spreading the information throughout the 3 books, and that's bullshit.
Yeah. I will say I like the clarification on spells. So if the rest of you haven't heard the way they do spells now, instead of having this, 3-paragraph thing of what you can do during your turn, you can cast a spell slot during your turn. That's the new rule. And that is great because that's super easy.
Say what?
So what it is, before it was like you can do a spell slot or you can do a spell and a cantrip or 2 cantrips and all that. The new rule is you can use a spell slot during your turn. That's it.
Oh.
So that means you can do a spell slot and a cantrip because a cantrip's not a spell slot.
Okay.
And cantrip, that kind of stuff or something like that. So like it makes way more sense. It's a lot easier for players to understand, especially new players. So
wonder how that's going to work with the sorcerer being able to quicken spell.
They did talk about that. So that is, it still works. It can be a loophole, but it's less of a loophole. The big thing that it closes was an action surge. loophole
Yeah.
where people would like cast a spell, action surge, cast another spell. You can't do that anymore. They actually put it in action surge that you can't use action surge to cast another spell. So they're closing some of that stuff off. Again, I need to have it in my hands and I need to read some stuff, but they're finding a way to get more money is what Fanboy Tone said. That's absolutely.
Exactly.
Hasbro is predatory AF. So
It's crazy because, I mean, Mike's financing them alone with his Marvel Legends collection.
he is.
Not anymore.
And I got to show my new Funko. That's my Art the Clown Funko. If you don't like Art the Clown, we may not be able to be friends. Thanks, Mike, for introducing me to a whole new genre. So I did watch Abigail. We watched that the other night. I thought it was okay. I thought they would have benefited a lot more without giving the plot of the way in the movie description.
Well, that's the problem with trailers nowadays anyway. It's like
Yeah.
you already knew what was gonna happen.
I think
before
it'd have been a
the
great
movie came
reveal
out.
if they wouldn't have said anything and just been like, oh, this. I thought it was great acting from the gal who played Abigail. She might have a great future ahead of her. So that's good. It's an okay movie. It's worth seeing once.
Yep.
Borderlands, on the other hand, I'm sorry for all of you that went and saw it because it's not doing well. But Deadpool Wolverine is good.
I've never seen the critics on Rotten Tomatoes and the fan base agree closer
Right.
on a movie. And that's saying something because it's like 8 and 20.
Yeah.
It's like an 8 critic score and a 20 audience score. But hey, now we're starting to step into B&B's territory.
All that matters is Alien Romulus is getting goof buzz. Oh, good. Good buzz. Good. I was worried because not all the Alien franchise stuff has been great. So I'm glad to.
I'm not a huge fan of
Aliens 3 was rough.
Prometheus and Covenant were not my favorite.
I wasn't a huge fan of them either.
But Resurrection, Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
Greatest space horror movie of all time.
Oh boy, B&B, get this guy on there and have that debate.
Ron Perlman.
I get Ron Perlman was in Ice Pirates, and if you haven't seen Ice Pirates, do yourself a favor and watch 80s Gold. Angelica Houston's in that too. It's
Space herpes.
Yeah. I love it. I would love to give you a high five for that. We need a virtual high five. That was great. Stop. Fanboy Tone needs to watch Ice Pirates. I keep telling him and dude, they need to review it as a classic rewind review because it's so off the wall.
I wonder if we could watch the stream watching that and just do some commentary while we're watching it. It'd be freaking great. With Tone for the first time.
That is the one where Sean Connery shows up in his red outfit, correct?
No.
Ice Pirates? No? Okay.
No.
No, what was that movie called? That was the movie. That was Sean Connery very early, and that was what was that? And remember, they said the penis is evil. It was a really bizarre movie.
Yeah, maybe a watch.
And now we just found out that Biddle watches porn parody movies. All right.
No, now I gotta find out what it is. Sean Connery, penis is evil. I'm sure this will be fine.
Yeah, I get the Highlander reference as well. Highlander was great. That's one that could use a modern.
They're doing it.
Well, I hope it's good.
It's gonna be
Zardoz. It was called Zardoz.
That's
Sean
it.
Connery.
That's the one. Yep.
Yep. And the red outfit. The penis is evil. Yeah, I remember.
Speaking of all this craziness, the half-ass beer review of the week is Strawberry Mighty Tasty from Streetside, which is an Ohio brewery. It is a peanut butter and jelly sour ale. Mike, I can't remember if I gave you one of these or not. Yes.
You have given me peanut butter and jelly before, so I don't know, but I don't know what.
I don't think it was this one. Yeah.
Hell, I went downtown Dayton like last week, and breweries are popping up left and right down there, man.
That's going to ruin my browser history for the next 10 years. Great.
But this is actually a really tasty sour ale. Not over the top. Good peanut flavor. Good jelly flavor. So check that out on Have a Beer Review, and check out Banter and Babble, who don't have a show this week because they took the summer off because they're old. Tone's like 73.
Aren't you older than both of them?
No. They're older than Mike.
What?
Yeah.
Tone's like only a year older than me, isn't he?
No, he just looks young.
Oh, okay.
Dude's fault. Yeah, it is dude. Dude is very busy. Like, his kids are in a lot of different sports and stuff. So I understand that. Summer is busy. But school starts very soon. Drastin is 51. No, I've getting close. But I get that.
I heard you yell at kids to stay off your lawn.
I totally would. Someday.
Do that all the time anyway. So
there's going to be a retirement home, and me and Mike are going to sit in rocking chairs on the front. A la one of my favorite movies, oddly enough, Secondhand Lions. If you haven't seen Secondhand Lions, it's fantastic.
Great movie.
Yeah, it is. It does not get the credit it deserves. That movie is gold. But like, that's going to be me and Mike sitting on a front porch shooting at salesmen coming by.
I'm gonna have to explain to you what it is to be a man.
I need you to give me the talk. Do you realize if you've gone back and watched that retro that one of the greasers is Travis? Yeah, Travis Willingham. So, who's from Critical Role? I remember rewatching that, going, "Oh my god, I know that guy!" Like,
I just rewatched that 2 weeks ago.
You know what? That's funny enough. It wasn't that long ago. It was in July. But anything else before we get into the chaos?
No. So I'm assuming that Marcelin is just continuously going to stay plugged into the ship this whole time.
That's up for you guys to.
Unless you want a free fall.
No. I'm saying even when we get back to the dock.
No, you guys play it. I'll play Marzipan. All right, without further ado, let's get into the dungeon. All right, let's get some music going here. When we were last with our adventuring party, just a bit, they were traversing deep into the cave structure, identifying puzzles and sweating profusely from the heat of the magma that was running through the chamber. Passing through a narrow rock enclosure, they found a strange dwarf woman imprisoned on an island. Freeing her, she thanks them and joins the party. They then negotiated with a protector giant protector within the caves and ran and found a ship. The cavern starts collapsing, and the ship disappears and reappears outside of the cave system. Marsland puts the helmet on and takes control of the ship while the rest of the party explores its insides. As they talk, they tell Marsland to turn around as they head towards the remnants of Ethan's ship next to a now non-existent island in the sea. It floats. The ship turns around. Marsland takes you in. What are you all doing?
I'm going to keep my eyes open to see if I see any of my brothers, or if there's just orcs, or if there's nobody on the ship.
Okay. Give me a perception check since you are actively looking.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
you don't
an
see
8.
any.
Of course not.
Doesn't see the ship.
Right? Gwynton.
I'm looking in the wrong direction.
what are the rest of you doing?
So on the way there, we all loaded up each of the ballast.
Yep.
Ballasts, right? I'll just man ballista. Sorry, I'll man one of them, ready to be told to shoot at the boat.
Okay. There are 3 on the top deck. You all should still have the layout of that ship.
Yeah.
And if you're firing, then all of you that are who's manning those? You're manning one. Who's manning the other?
So if I remember correctly, it takes 3 people for each
to do one. Yep. Okay.
Is that everything for it, or just to like load aim, and shoot?
Yeah, it's full operation of it is what it says. So you have them all ready, and then you could move as a group to each one. Okay. So take your shot. I'll give you advantage on that for the first shot at the ship.
Okay. What am I rolling for this?
A D20.
Flat out D20.
What are we adding to it?
Yeah. Sorry. That's.
Let me
aim for the mast. Aim for the mast.
I got 11. So whoever.
I think it's it is +6.
So yeah, 17.
Okay, that would hit. It's 3d10 piercing.
Wait, I lied. You said advantage. I don't know 1.
Okay,
that's 25.
that definitely hits.
I hit the mask dead on. Okay, so you said 3d6 piercing.
3d10.
Oh man, where's that 10 die? 16.
Okay. You see the first ballista, it fires down, and it just pierces through the ship. It's just like, boom, and you just see a dark hole. It doesn't even stick in. It goes all the way through. Are you all running to the next one?
Yes, sir.
All right. Run it and fire it. This one without advantage.
Justinian, take a shot.
There you go.
Me? All right. Why?
Because you're faster than me. You'll get there first to help aim.
Okay.
21.
All right. That's a hit. Roll up the dice. 3d10.
I'm still looking to see if I see any orcs
19.
or anything on the ship.
Okay. Again, this goes this goes right in. It goes about halfway through. You see the tail end of the ballista bolt hanging out. Bishop, you do see water is now shooting up through that center hole, that first shot. The ship is starting to turn and sink. You guys run into the next one?
An axe commander! Go!
All right.
Yeah, right to the next one.
All right. It's just a D20, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And +6.
+6.
Plus
Yep.
6. Oof, I turned up my video acceleration. It's not on. Oh gosh. 15.
Okay. That one just barely misses and hits into the water.
I would say the first 2 shots are good enough. Marsden, get us out of here.
How close are we right now to that ship as we're launching these things?
So you are within range. And you're in direct range. So let's see here. So you're within 120 feet ish.
Can I launch 2 Eldritch Blasts at it just to try to really put the cap on it? All right. Because I saw Ethan coming for us, and I freaked out. 21 for the first bolt.
That would hit.
And 15 for the second, so the second one does not hit.
Nope. So the second one arcs out. The first one, as it's coming out, this orc comes out of the bottom deck and with a bucket to start bailing water, and he looks up, and you can almost hear him say, "Oh no!" he gets hit with that Eldritch Blast, and it just rolls him off the deck, and then the rest of it hits the deck, and you can see a bit of that greenish black energy hit the deck. The ship is starting to like turn onto its side.
Yes, it's starting to list. Yeah. So I just do 10 more damage with the bolt that does hit.
Okay.
All right.
Bishop, you can see a couple of the warriors coming out. They can't do much. This is not something that they really understand of what's going on. And there's definitely a few orcs that are coming out of the back trying to correct the situation. And Quentin, you said you went to Marsland to tell him to get out of there?
Well, I would have just set it on the ship since, he's all-knowing when he's in the ship's chair.
Okay. All right. So you feel the ship turn, and it whips off to the side. Bishop, are you going to continue watching?
No, it doesn't matter what I do right now.
Just didn't know if you were just going to watch it as you were leaving.
Yeah, I'll sit there and just be a little pissy right now.
Okay, give me a perception check. Okay. You see the ship as you pull away and it starts to shrink in the distance. You see it just turn over to the side and capsize. You can see little green and brownish figures like swimming for their life in the middle of the sea here as the ship pulls away from the area.
Bishop, why are you upset?
There were innocents on that ship. The orcs were not our enemy.
We can turn around and get them if it was just orcs on that ship. The only reason we attacked in the first place was in case Ethan was on it, to try to slow him down with us.
I believe Ethan is nowhere near this location anymore. We have already
you say
seen
for certain?
He has already teleported away from us. So he has that capability.
You can teleport too?
I'm pretty sure we've told you the story of how he disappeared after we tried killing him.
I think so.
I thought it was just he ran away, but maybe I wasn't paying good enough attention.
I'm not sure you guys said he teleported, just that he got away. So I think
could
that's
be
fair.
It could be either way.
Yeah.
But no, we can 100%. We can't be that far away, right?
I mean, you're moving away from it, yes, but
you said that there was some warrior.
They're definitely
automatons too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There's nothing to stop us from going back and then saving those that have
I suggest we go back and at least save the orcs. We could always use some extra hands on this ship. We do not.
It would go a long way if we brought them back to their tribe.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stomp on the deck saying, "You heard him, Marsland." I love this. I love that I get to talk to him.
All right, you feel the ship turn, and it just kind of. You hear the boards. These board like this ship hasn't been in the air in a long time, so it's a lot of creaking and popping, and as it turns, and it turns around. You do return to the ship. There are 2 orcs that you see that are there swimming, trying to hold on. You see no signs of any of the other automas.
Cool. Is there a ladder to toss over? Yeah, because we climbed up a ladder.
Yeah, you climbed up one. So yeah.
I'll tell Marsden to get. Okay, so dumb question. How much can Marsden see? Is this like that 360 view on one of those self-driving cars?
It's weird because he's like spatially aware of the ship.
Okay, but so he'll be able to see the orcs, so I can tell him, hey, get close to these orcs.
I'm not sure what his visual distance is outside of the ship. He can see the ship, but I'm sure you can guide him.
Okay, I'll do my best to guide him towards them as I drop the ladder down.
I'm not going to get that granular with it.
Okay.
So you land in the water. You can tell. You all have been on ships a lot lately. This ship that you're in is unsteady at best in the water. It's not that it's going to immediately capsize, but if you were in a very harsh storm, you might be concerned if you were on the water. Okay. It sits really low in the water. It's probably 6 to 8 feet out of the water, which isn't much for a ship. It really sunk down. But yeah, the orcs swim over and they get up on the ship.
I'll hold out a hand to him and I'll pull him in.
Okay. And you look over the side and you see no more that are swimming, and the ship has now sunk all the way down.
Nothing. No one else swimming. No one else on shore.
Nope. There is no shore.
There's a shore.
The shore's gone. Yeah, the island.
Yeah.
The island sunk.
That's right. I'm trying to find. What was the orc's name?
Well, we don't know yet. These are new orcs to us.
No. What was the chief orc's name?
Grump.
Yeah, it was Grouch.
Karak Baladoon. Did I get that right?
Close enough.
My laptop with that information.
There it is. I see it.
Buried, and I can't get to it.
General Baladoon sent us. Come, we will take you back to him.
Okie
dokie. Prefer now rest.
We got peons. How many of you were on that ship?
There were 6 of us initially, but I'm afraid they drowned. Swimming wasn't what they were good at.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We were just trying to stop Ethan's escape.
Heroism requires sacrifice. And he stands up and he puts his hand across his shoulder. We understand.
I'll lead them to a couple cabins from the rest.
Sure.
And then the next question rises up to the group is, do we head straight back to... Where are we heading from here? because we should go talk to. All right, squirrel away from his name already.
We need to go back to the academy.
Yeah, we need to drop off the device. We need to let Drusilla know what happened in the town, because that was what we were sent there to do to begin with.
Yeah.
And we don't know if, since Ethan left, if he'd be going back. And if he's not going back, is his army still there?
Can we communicate with Drusilla? I may have asked this the last time we were together, but can we communicate with her?
I don't have the strength right now to talk to anybody long distance.
Well, get some rest, Quentin. You have worked hard. Well, we should all get some rest.
I do not wish to take the one thing that Ishtab wants in his direction.
We need to secure the artifact and bring it to the academy.
If you are heading to Kandor's Keep, he looks over at the other orc. We are okay with that. We can find our way.
Well, you would be the ones with the knowledge. What was happening when Ethan commandeered your ship? Was his army staying there, or were they moving on?
I'm going to signal to Marsland to start taking us to the academy.
Okay. And you feel the ship lurch and rise. Last we heard, he ordered them to stay, keep garrison there. He left one of the large construct creatures there, and several of the smaller ones.
How many were on the ship with you?
Just 2. He took nothing but himself into that island.
Bishop, is he that powerful?
I'm sure his power has grown since we've released him. He has had months. And let's be honest, he and his nephew nearly destroyed everything during the war. And I'll walk back over to the side and just watch as the ship continues to sink.
Yeah, it's now, everything you saw behind you is now just water. Give me a perception check. Oh, where'd that go?
2.
There we go. 22. Oh, good. As you're watching the water, the waves are flowing a particular direction. You've seen fish swim in Briar Fork. And sometimes when they get close to the surface, they leave like, even though you can't see the fish, there's like this ripple that goes against the current.
Mm-hmm.
You see that in the ocean for a while. Moves 300-400 feet and then disappears.
That's not ominous or anything.
All right. Is it just like one item, or is it like...
You just see the ripples going against the general tide.
Is it one time or like several times?
Just
you
once.
See it for a couple hundred. Okay.
Okay. You Candors keep we go.
All right.
So question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Can we land this in like our backyard?
There is not enough room to land in your backyard.
It's an honest question instead of going to the docks.
Yeah.
This is considered a medium-sized ship, correct?
It's actually on the small side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Because legs also make it high.
But it's still, I think the dimensions are in that post.
I think.
If not, I have them somewhere.
Marsland.
Yeah, it's 100 foot.
Okay.
From end to end.
If it's not too much trouble, fly over Briar Fork on our way to Candor's Keep. I would like to see how things are going.
And he kind of turns a bit. You feel the ship just kind of turn,
Meow.
start going the other direction. But yeah, he does that.
And I just say that to him, like not out loud to everybody, just so he hears it.
Okay. Yeah, you just step in the room, kind of say it to him, and close the door. All right. The sun begins to set. Evening moves in.
So question. While he's in this chair, how does like
the rest?
Yeah.
I knew that was coming. But never mind.
So, is it so I guess my question is, so we were on Colton's ship and we knew that there was somebody at a helm, even though Colton wasn't always at the chair. Is this a similar situation, kind of?
Yes, but you also know that person had to sleep at some point, and sometimes when you were in a hurry, someone else would take it. But it's a bit of an ordeal. But if that person did take off the helm, the ship does stay afloat in the air. It just doesn't move forward.
Oh, so he could take it off sleep, and we just would.
Yeah.
Okay, that's much better than what I initially thought you were saying last week, where if you took the helm off, you just would...
No. You would... You don't just crash down to the ground. That would be awful.
That'd be awful.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to realize between what we've been on and what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while you have to go in and slap Marsland to keep him awake.
No, he's eating this up. You're probably going to have to force him to go to sleep.
I guess my non-character question: can anyone drive it, or is it just like?
Yeah, there's no limitations.
Okay.
I feel like Bishop might have a harder time fitting in the chair. It's not really built for him.
Right.
That's just a logistics.
He just squats next to it.
I can't tilt my head enough.
Okay. So it should rest. Well, for a quick. Bishop, would you? Try to think how to rest, so we keep moving, right?
Whatever you need to do.
Well, I mean, obviously, if we're looking at it and Bishop can't do anything with it, then I mean, I take the least amount of time to sleep right now anyway.
That's what I was thinking. But my next question is, if you sleep for 4 hours and then you're in the chair, do you get long rest with that, or do you? Because you're not doing anything. You're
Yeah, but he said I won't. Bishop's too big for this.
Oh no, I mean like anybody in general, like for a long rest, because long rest is like so many hours of inactivity.
Oh, I think this would be one of those. You're.
I'm overthinking it.
Exertion to mentally control this shit.
I think he's looking it up. Anyways, I know what you mean. We could also just all stop and rest for the night. Just float up in the sky.
I do suggest that when we get to Candor's Keep, Marsland and myself take the device to the Academy. I believe you and Annex should escort, along with Justinian, should escort our newly divine friend
Delana
back to the church.
I would agree with that.
Okay. Anything else? All right.
I don't have anything at this point.
Unless there's anything you all want to do, we can montage this to get down to Candor's Keep.
Like I said, fine. Really, the only reason I even want to swing through Briar Fork is I want to make sure that
it's not
the crops are starting to grow again.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know I sent him a mail. I sent her a letter, like before we took off to. Where did we go? To
where haven't we go?
Right, to Quentin's home.
Governor's Den.
And of course, I've not really been back long enough to see if there's any response or anything.
So, flying over Briar Fork, you can see that there's snow on the ground here. It looks like the winter wheat is planted, from what you can tell.
So it's no longer dead fields.
Nope. And Briar Fork is not burning.
That's a bonus.
So you take the next, it's probably going to be 3 days travel to go that way. You go around Sardin's Pass. You you fly over Perrin's Folly. You see.
Oh yeah, should we stop there?
At this point, you actually, and Justinian, like, you look over and see too, because you've heard the tales of what happened there.
Oh yeah, this is where I'm supposed to come get a book for the rest of the party.
Yeah, we'll just drop you off here real quick. Meet us back at Candor's Keep in a couple days.
You push him over the side with a parachute. Like, good luck.
Mark's like, cast Featherfall on me, and I just jump, open arms, Halo style.
What you see, Justinian, is like this. What used to be a massive forest, and you can see like a good half of it is just dead and gone in debris. You can see a clearing where there once was this. It looked like a huge tree that's now just in shambles. There's no leaves. It's burnt.
Sorry, pixies.
It's no longer on fire, smoking. Going over Perrin's Folly, something has changed around the town. It looks like they've set up more defenses. The docks look different from where you're at. Everything looks more protected than it did when you were there before.
Is there a big sacrificial altar out in the
Right,
open?
I was gonna say it's pretty big. It's a pretty big adjustment for a bunch of old people that were all sacrificing themselves.
Yeah.
We don't like people anymore.
Man, and they criticize how I did things back at the Drow Castle.
Let's
be
get
fair,
this
that was-
right. It wasn't us. It was one.
I'm just saying, awakening liches, burning down entire towns.
Ah,
All right. Let me get here. So, 3.5 days later, because you did take kind of a detour around, not the shortest route. You arrive about late afternoon in Candor's Keep.
Is there
Marsland,
ship docking etiquette we should know?
well, Marsland starts heading. You see him start flying over the city, heading toward the Academy Tower.
no.
Marsland, with all the other ships, you've seen where airships park.
I do believe they will enjoy this the most. I'm so excited to show them what we have found.
No.
Do I know of like any laws that prohibit them flying over certain spots?
Yeah. You know that there are Griffin riders here. There are things that are designed for anti this kind
I'm
of
going
stuff.
to kindly remind Marsden of them and tell him to get us to the docks.
But maybe I can land just outside of the academy. I'm sure the people will move out of the way. This is a
Marsden.
fantastic.
Do
We
not
just got
make
this.
us
Start
take
walking to the room
this
that he's in.
responsibility away from you.
I think we're in the room talking to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
are we in
all
the
in the
room? I
room.
thought
Yeah,
we were on the ship.
since he's
talking.
responding, yeah. No, you're good.
Computer.
So, while the ship is flying over, and you can see people on the ground pointing up, you feel it slowly slow down and turn toward the docks.
Oh
I do
my
believe
God,
this
you're
does-
moving.
I do believe this is not the best way forward. We can just land out on the streets. There's a big square,
Marsland, take us to the docks.
and he takes a wide turn around, real slow as you slowly drift down, and you feel the ship just kind of splash into the water and pull up to one of the open docks and slide till it comes to a stop, and he lifts the helmet off. I am so disappointed.
You most likely would have just gotten yourself in a very lawful predicament. Maybe even banned from the academy due to what you were about to do and the laws you were trying to break in the city.
I'm sure they would have fully understood what I was doing.
Well, you can ask Drusilla when you see her.
I suggest we talk to the dockmaster and figure out how to go about registering this vehicle.
That would be a wise thing to do for sure. And I'll head up because I'm half expecting a bunch of Griffin riders to be around us right now.
And you would be correct. So there are some landed on the stone of the dock area. Of course, this is the Silver Docks, the nicer docking area that's more protected. You land here because this is where you saw Colton land every time.
Okay.
So there is a crowd just fascinated, looking at the ship, and waiting for you, as well as the harbor master that you have spoke with before, if you don't remember. Padfoot, the tabaxi.
Okay.
But the guards have dismounted their griffins and are walking toward all of you as you disembark from the ship.
I'm just going to have my hands up saying, apologies. It's his first time flying a ship, and he was excited to go somewhere with it. He doesn't know the etiquettes of flying in the city or around the city.
We were trying to back it in the garage.
Welcome to the Silver Docks, Padfoot says. This is an unusual entry, and you've alerted the people of the city. I know some of you.
That is correct.
I see you have acquired your own mode of transportation.
Also correct. We only must see about registering it.
Yes, I can handle that. And he turns back to the guards and holds up a hand. It's okay. I knew they were coming. I forgot to tell you. Move along. And they nod at him, mount back on the griffins, and they fly. And as they fly over top of you, like right over top, and then they curve off.
Thanks, Marceline.
Griffin poop.
Which one of you will be registering at the docks here?
I look over to Marceline because we were Annex. Were we there when the ship said he was the new master?
No, none captain. Of us were.
We were below deck, but I don't think we were in the same room.
Okay.
So Marceline steps up. I am the new captain of this ship. Say hello and meet the Brindlestar. And he just looks at him. Looks back. All right. This way. The permit, which is annual, costs you 150 gold pieces. I hope that's not a problem.
I will hand over that.
Okay. I see that it is not. Is there anything that needs to be done? We have people here that will clean, organize, restock your ship if it doesn't have food or supplies of that sort. It's just a service we offer.
Needs the whole kit and caboodle. This ship has been sitting for quite some time.
Restocking food supplies and maintaining and cleaning your equipment will probably be another 100 gold pieces. If it's completely empty.
It most likely is, and I'll hand him 100 gold.
Thank you. I will have my people take care of it. And he hands a key to Marceline. This will let you in and out of the Silver Docks. If you might remember, there is a gate. Rest assured, your belongings and things will be safe here. The orcs are just like looking at each other. This really nice.
You guys are free to hang out here, and we can either take you back to your captain, or you guys.
Priscilla might have some questions for them.
True.
Since they were at the town firsthand.
And we have a guest that we need to escort. Winton.
I know we do. It's just there's only so many things I can talk about at a time, sir.
Yeah, she's in her armor. It's shining. It's not glowing, but like it's clean, like mirrored surfaces, and she's not saying a word. She just has a smile on her face, like almost a smirk, and she's just taking it all in.
How did these fools find me and rescue me?
Tomfoolery, the same way we do everything else.
Right. But if you orcs are fine with going with Bishop and Marsden to the academy, Annex, Justinian, and I will take Delana to go see Clestis.
With all due respect, we'd like to just get back.
Well, you would know more about the attack on your city than what we would know.
He just grabs the back of his head.
And I believe we could get you back there faster once we're done here than you guys could on your own.
Okay. You see, they just kind of droop down.
Sad orcs.
More talking, more thinking. Oh.
Okie dokie. All right. So what's the split?
Bishop Marsden orcs to the
I
academy.
was gonna say Justinian doesn't have access to the academy, correct?
No, he does.
No.
He didn't get the
I am always one of your guys' guests.
He's a guest.
Oh, I thought you finally got it.
Anaximander doesn't have a mark as well.
So then, yes, I would suggest 3 and 2.
Who's going where?
Justinian, me, Delana, and Annex are going to the church. And then Bishop Marsden and the orcs are going to the academy.
Okay. Math works out. All right. So
well, that's what it is, right? It's a 4.
Yeah.
I know it's 2 and 3, but total.
No, you've got it. You're good, man.
Yeah. All right.
I would like to voice my concerns one last time, Bishop and Marsland, with handing over the device, but the group has made their decision.
I believe this is too powerful to keep in our possession.
We also shouldn't talk about it in the open. I'm looking at Justinian.
The device? You mean like the giant airship that we just flew into town? That device?
That device. Oh, yes. My apologies.
I'm going to take Delana and just start walking.
I will follow.
Okay.
So I will go AFK for a second because it'll be easier for you to deal with them instead of me and 3 of your own voices.
It's going to be great. Thanks, James.
Would it be 4 of his own voices?
Like 4 or 5. There's 2 orcs and
the orcs sound the same.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So.
What?
So. Starting to. You all head to the temple. It's getting.
Delana.
Go ahead.
You'll excuse me for not speaking more candidly on the ship, but with the ears of Marsland everywhere, it was vital that we wait until we were separated. But I would like to talk with at least you, and Gwynton should be here as well. It is. I have questions. I have questions that I believe will hopefully be answered when we gather at the temple.
And what questions would those be?
More concerning why I'm here and what is happening.
You wish to speak in private?
Yes.
She nods at you. If we find time.
Fair.
And you continue in. You walk into the temple. What are you doing, Quentin?
Going to where the high priest Callistus typically is.
Okay. So you you head back to his office or his room, and the doors are shut.
I will knock on them.
Can't you just leave an old man to rest?
I have some very exciting news to share with you.
Quentin, you returned to me already. One moment. And you hear the door unlock, and he slightly opens it. What troubles do you find yourself and your friends in now?
Well, for once, it's not 100% troubles, and I'm just gonna move over to show him Moana.
I'm excited you found someone that you can love and cherish. Relationships are a key point of survival.
Oh, that's great.
Can't wait to see all the small children that will be running around. More
Custis, this is
very small children.
tiny children.
An excavator just raises an eyebrow at one of them.
Custis, this is True Silver's avatar.
Quentin, it's much too late for stories. Let me get rest and come back tomorrow.
After, all these years, you think I'm gonna wake you up for stories?
He just looks at you. Quentin. Quentin.
The comment still stands.
All of you, come inside. And he opens the door and beckons you in. And then closes the door behind you. And she's not saying a thing. She's just smiling. Now, Quentin, just because you've visited cities across the lands, what makes you think that you have found something that doesn't exist?
It does exist, and if you will take her hand, if she's willing to let you take her hand, you'll see what I mean.
I've seen it too. She can bend air.
So can I after a good meal. But we know the avatar of Baronar True Silver doesn't walk amongst men.
We found her trapped in the bottom of an island north of Briarfork.
She resides in the mountains of Sardin's Pass.
That's where she last remembered living at. But that was 30 years ago for her.
I know my home, Tortle. Clester just looks at her with a confused look. I believe there's a story here. You said you found her. Where?
As I said, it was a island north of Briar Fork. It was where we believe the Earth pillar was laying sleeping.
We were inside the Earth pillar. It was pretty neat.
We were potentially inside. We were told it could be the island.
I tell you, friend, they speak true. And she walks up to Clester and places a hand on his shoulder. See with my eyes. See what has happened. Know my truth, my child. You see light coming from her hand, and it begins to illuminate the room. And you see his eyes grow the largest you've ever seen them, and you can see tears forming and just running down his face.
The LSD hit him.
It's true. The avatars, they live among us again. She removes her hand. Quentin, what have you done? And he walks up to you and just gives you the big hug. You have brought hope back to the hopeless.
Well, it wasn't just me. It was everybody in my party who helped free her from the prison we found her in.
He looks back at her, and he just, you, and he looks at all of you. You must all come with me. And he grabs his cane and opens the door and beckons you all forward.
A follow.
Follow.
He walks you into the temple and down some side halls, places you haven't been in a while, Quentin. And you see him put his hand on one of the walls and utters an incantation. And the wall slides open, revealing a staircase down. Come with me. And he begins descending the stairs deep into the temple. Quentin, you've never even heard of this. You didn't know this existed. You can tell nobody's been here for a very long time. There's dirt and cobwebs and dust everywhere. And you descend deeper and deeper. You go into a large room. Inside, it's just surrounded by the symbols of Baranar, True Silver. And the room itself, as she walks in, just lights up. Just a bright, it's like white in there at her entry. Quentin, I present to you the seat of the avatar of Baranar True Silver. Long ago, when the people really believed, the avatar sat among us, building faith. When the people turned against them, they went into hiding. I believe we need their power now more than we ever have. And through you, this is possible now. He turns towards the Avatar and kneels down. My lady, I beg you to bring back hope. And he kneels and bows his head down and motions to the chair. What are you all doing?
I will also knee and bow.
Getting to one knee.
Justinian?
Oh, I just stand there.
Okay. She looks at you and smiles. And as she steps forward, she just places a hand on your cheek. As I expect. Child of the forest. And she walks forward and sets into the chair, the throne that's down there. And as she seats in, there's just a burst of light and it knocks you all over to the ground.
Blech.
You look up and it's like staring into the sun. And Gwenton, as she returns to her seat, you feel, as you felt despair and all these things, just all this time, all these feelings come rushing in, this hope, power. You feel empowered more than ever, as where your magic felt like in a wisp of anything happening, it would be gone. Now it feels strong, coursing through you. The light fades. You see her standing there, her eyes now just white like flashlights, just peering out. And she looks at all of you. Let the light of true silver return to this world. And with that, she sits motionless. High Priest Clester gets up. We must go now.
I'll get up and follow him.
We have work to do. And he leads you out.
As we're walking out, I'll ask him, is there a chair like this for every single avatar?
Yes. And you begin walking up the stairs. Justinian, what are you doing?
I follow and I'm like, wow, so like an avatar is like a really powerful cleric?
Cluster looks back at you. Yes, like a really powerful cleric.
Wow, maybe I should have bowed with you guys. I feel kind of like a jerk.
Is she motionless? Did she turn to stone? What?
She's just motionless in the chair, and you are in the room by yourself with her. What do you want to do, Anax?
What can you tell me about Tyr?
I need the rest of you to mute us. Give me a thumbs up. All right, there's one thumbs up. Okay, nobody else is responding.
Why am I awake?
I'm afraid Tyr has fallen.
That can't be. For I still wield his power.
You wield his power through your faith. That you can
avenge him, and by that, renew his life. His connection to this world has been broken, but you can restore it, though it may come at a great cost.
At a great cost. And then I'll pull out a tuft of my beard. Do you see this? This was not gray 3 weeks ago. I don't have that much time left.
Tyr's power as your protector is waning every day.
I see that. Well,
You may begin realizing how old you really are.
I don't even know how old I really am. But it doesn't matter, because there's a battle to fight, and I will restore Tyr. Where do I begin?
Be with your friends. Restore those avatars that are left. We will find a way. But first, we must stop the evil that is seeking to destroy everything here.
It will be done. If this is my final task for Tyr, then so be it. But it will be done.
You are the last of the paladins of Tyr. Show them the grit that Tyr bestowed into you.
They will see it, and they will see Tyr in me.
She gives you a slow nod.
Then I'll bow. By your leave.
Okay. And you join the others on the stairs going up. Tell everybody to come back. Are you all back? Okay. Gwynton.
Yes.
With the restoration of the Avatar back in the seat of power there in the temple, you get a permanent +2 to your wisdom score.
Oh shit! Let's go.
Nice.
I will get that added. That says I remember how to.
Just click on the wisdom block and it'll have a custom modifier. You just put +2 in.
There you go.
All
Sweet.
right.
Got it.
You return to the temple. Where were you going after the temple? Or did you want to talk with Clester some more?
No, I believe that was the main thing, was getting her safe in the temple. And then probably either try to meet back up with them near the academy or at the house.
Okay. You're aware, and most likely, they would meet you at the house, so I would say heading that way.
Okay.
All right, Quentin. So what's an avatar?
feel like we've had this conversation before, not too long ago. And that base, I don't remember who was all there for the initial talk. It was because it was with, I think, Drusilla. Basically, an avatar is literally that god's chosen person to represent them down here in the mortal realm. I think it's basically the main gist of it, right?
Yeah, basically like a power conduit to the gods themselves.
Yeah.
Huh. Crazy.
So yeah, I'm sure your god has one too.
I wonder if it's Ferondis. That would make sense.
It could be. I don't. The only thing I've been told, this is the first time experiencing an avatar. The only thing I was told is you would just know that they are an avatar of said god. Now, I will be honest, I do not know if the only people who just know that they are the avatar is the people who worship that god. Um, can I pull out my big old book?
It would be in the book that, yeah, those believers are the ones that would directly know. Other people don't really care.
Okay, so I'll pull that out and be like, hey, look, yeah, Justinian, it's the worshippers of those gods are the ones who can just tell.
Well, that's weird because I've started worshiping Sylvanas because of Ferondis, and when I see Ferondis, I feel happy to see him, but like I don't know that he's the avatar then, because I don't know he's the avatar. But maybe it's different because I've got his sword here and I'm trying to put it back together. I don't know.
It could be different. I will have to refer to my horrendous section of this book and get back to you.
By the way, the chapter that you let me read on Sylvanas was awesome. Thank you for that, by the way.
Oh, not a problem.
It's nice to actually know what you're worshiping about a god instead of just blindly following them.
Well, I mean, I feel like your god was literally thrust upon you versus you spending time learning about the god.
Right. I mean, it's still cool. You cast spells, I can cast spells, and we didn't have to like spend like 26 years in a book like trying to figure out how other people cast spells to cast spells. We just do it.
Are you throwing shade at Marsland right now?
I would, but he's never around to throw shade at.
I now actually want to go look up this up. Don't mind me.
Right. Bishop. It's all you.
Yeah.
So you get entry for the two orcs and Marsland as well. And you walk inside the temple. It's evening-ish, getting close to there. So there's not a lot of activity going on there in the temple. Marsland knows how to contact her. A lot going on here. So Drusilla does come down the stairs and, well, where are the rest of your friends and two new ones?
They had some errands to run at the temple. These two orcs we brought to you to tell you of what happened.
She looks at him and they just look up. Hi.
I figured first-hand knowledge from them would be better than me speculating up to the point where we get down to dry tacks. but it's something we need to discuss in private.
As is what you normally request.
Though you may have faith in everyone at this academy, some of this information is very delicate, as you know.
She reaches up and grabs a book. And she looks at you and opens it up and sets it on the table.
You remember how this works?
I kind of push the two orcs into the...
Hey, what's going on? You just see him get pulled into the book.
And I walk in behind him.
Marslin nods at her and goes in. She follows. You see, when you land, you're on like it's a big disc of glass, and there's like a glass bubble around it almost. A lot of the seating and things that you normally see. Looking out, you see you're on some sort of central island with this tall spire of stone, and you're like basically on the top of that. Looking around, you see other islands in the distance surrounding this. There's 4 of them that surround this area, and one has like a tall, looks like a volcanic mountain of some sort. They all seem to have individual biomes that just kind of, despite the weather outside, maintain all the time.
You have taken us to a snow globe.
I like it here. Now, what can I help you with?
As for your favor, we left to find out what happened. I managed to use my unique person to gain entry into the city. The town has been sieged by Athan Shadowspark and more of my kind.
She looks at you with a smirk.
Athan's been dead for quite some time. Are you sure?
I wish you had believed us when we told you that he was brought back.
How would he... How do you know?
I believe we've told her that.
You've told her, yeah.
Do you not remember?
Are you sure it was the same one?
He has gained some of his strength back, but it is him.
If it is Athan, even a portion of his power is a monumental problem.
I would agree. He lay sieged to the city. It happened fairly quickly. Some of them managed to escape. Some of them have been enslaved, which is why I have brought you these 2. They were there firsthand.
Hey.
While I was there, I followed them to the docks Ethan ended up summoning Ishtab. He wanted...
Pillar? What would he
That
want
is
with a pillar?
correct. He wanted a favor from Ishtab. I do not know much about these pillars, but Ishtab wanted something in return before he would grant Ethan what he wanted. He expected him to go and get a piece of his property from his sister pillar. I think I have her name here. Hold on. Ignia? Did I say that right?
Yep.
No, this is not good. This is not good at all. If someone were to wake her, all the pillars would have to get involved. You've mentioned you already spoke with the pillar of fire, correct?
Yes. He was already awake, as was Ishtab.
If you woke Earth, the other, Ilnara, will intervene. And while her intentions are good, she favors wiping the slate to correct the problems.
Well, I have good news and bad news.
I've come to expect that.
We managed to stop Ethan from getting what Ishtab required.
That is good.
In doing so, Ethan woke her.
That is really bad. Did you speak with her?
Unfortunately, no. We were short of time. We did not get to physically make contact with her. We did manage to get the item that Ishtab wants. So we did keep it out of Ethan's hands.
And by doing that, you'll probably anger Ishtar.
I'm pretty sure we don't want Ishtab to have this at all.
Do I even want to know?
Well, I guess that is the question. Would it be safe here?
Most things are safe here.
Not everyone in our group thinks that.
Have we ever given a reason to doubt?
Not
Marsland,
to me, not, I was going to say, not to me or Marsland.
Marsland, do you not sing our praises? Oh, I do. Every time that it comes up, I think we should spend more time here, actually. There's plenty of books for all of us to read, and it can only help. I don't know why there's distrust, but it's your choice. If you want to keep the object, I'll leave that decision to you.
I believe most of us have agreed that it would be safer here. And I open up my bag and I produce the orb.
Why don't you ever come to me with a +1 sword and say, this was the key to a door? You always pull out something that's world-ending.
It seems our luck to always run into these things.
Do you give it to her?
I hand it over.
Okay. She takes it, slides it into her bag on the side of her hip.
I trust that's the only thing you found?
No,
I'm not going to say anything
actually.
Yeah.
We did find a person that was staying there, and a ship. We now have a ship. I'm the pilot. You're the pilot? Yes, and it talks to me and everything. She just looks at you. Is he well?
You examined him last time.
Who did you find?
I'm not saying anything about the Avatar. So that would be all up on Marsley.
We found a dwarf woman. She was in quite destitute situation, but it's fine. No, we brought her back here. And where is she?
That is the errand that our compatriots are on. They took her to the temple.
The temple. That feeling.
She looks at both of you.
You found something more important than a dwarf in a cave, didn't you?
I am in. That is not my expertise. I do not follow any religions. It seemed important to Quentin.
Well, if your friends find it acceptable, I would like to speak to this dwarf. With permission, of course.
I will relay that.
She nods at you.
As for you, Orc, might we discuss this in length, and I can make sure you're returned where you need to be?
Their army is 2 days south of the city.
She nods at you.
I do not know if Ethan went back there or not. I don't know if he took siege because of Ishtop's location, or, as we have spoken about before, the magic in the Leylands.
Tis only a matter of time. Ethan will come for the tower. He knows the things that reside here.
Obviously, there are more things like what I have just delivered to you.
You can expect he will commune with Ishtar and tell them how you took the item. We can expect the wrath of the seas.
It is a good thing that our ship doesn't need water.
That is true.
I know we are causing a lot of trouble. It has been discussed that it seems for every good deed we do, disaster follows.
You are but the hand that wipes the dirt from a glass window. The light shows us more of the real story, but we must still clean the dirt.
Has there been any more progress on the conspiracy?
She was sent out to her home to be prosecuted there. With my finest guards, of course.
Trying to remember, she a banned from the Feywild?
No. She is
Okay,
from the Astral Sea.
Astral plane, astral. Yeah, okay. I couldn't
Yep.
remember if it was up or in.
Yep.
I'm afraid we really don't know where to go from here. Any news? Any rumors? Any information? We want to help.
She just looks at you. That might be information your new friend might have.
Then I will leave you to it. And I'll turn to Marslin and I will be heading home. I'm sure you have much to discuss.
I'm sure. But it might take me a week to have that conversation. So Marzen can stay back at the temple.
And I'll walk out, do the book again, and head back.
As you're walking out, she does. If they'll allow it, be happy to speak with your new friend.
I will relay that message.
Okay. Anax, Justinian, Gwynton, you return to the house. As you unlock the door, you hear, "We're closed. Rooms are full for tonight." As Bryn walks up to the banister there from the upper floor.
Whose rooms are full?
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh. it's you. Home again. And
We
you
had to kick out this time.
Justinian, you feel your head like moving forcefully to the side.
Okay.
And you look up, and like Crow has a hold of one of the like antler tines, and is like just pushing it down.
Hey, Crow.
You came back to us. Crow has surprises. Surprises she has for you. Let Crow go.
I have a surprise for you too.
A trade. And she jumps down and on all four and skitters over and like opens the doorway to the basement area and goes down there. You all notice that when you walk up to the house, that like the outside looks nicer. Windows are all fixed. It looks like there's been some paint. The yard is starting to recover, though there's some snow settling in a bit there. Everything just looks fixed up better. The inside looks good.
We can flip this house so well.
Well, especially now that we got a new place to live.
Living on a boat.
And Lomar comes out. Oh, that would be me. In your absence, I was able to negotiate with some of the local guilds. And with the money Bryn is bringing in, I believe we can cover all of the repairs. That is why
Excellent.
It looks nice here.
Good job, Lomar. How's the academy doing for you?
There's still lots to read. Did Marsland die? Did we
Not
lose
yet.
Marsland?
Not yet. He just had to go visit Drusilla before he came home. You know how he is about Drusilla. I kind of nudged Lomar, like high elbow.
I do not know what you mean. Drusilla is quite the leader for us.
Right? And Marsland happily follows. Happily.
She
Happily.
has access to more and more things.
Yeah?
For sure. Yes. Books and magical items, and Marsland strives to to progress further in the tower, much further than, say, me. I do wish to see him.
He should
I'm
be
sure
home in a
he'll-
few. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So I'm sure he'll be back. Lamar, just to ask this question because we weren't sure if it was you, but the last time we were at the academy, we were told there was a Valdalkin there, and we're expecting it to be you because you weren't here. But is there another Valdalkin in the academy besides you and Marsland?
I have seen another one there, but I didn't bother him. He was reading, so I didn't ask.
I will let Marsland know because it might be someone he's looking for.
It might be.
And then out of character, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that the repairs to the house was being taken care of by the district manager of Beggar's Market as part of like the payment on the house.
Yes, but we had to pay for it, and that's what they're saying.
Yep.
It's that they're making enough money to pay
Yes.
off the rest of it.
You're good. I thought it was like slightly baked into some of the
No,
costs
there's
already.
the
Okay.
normal house cost, and then there's the repairs. We're separate.
Okay.
And they're taking care of repairs.
Just to also re-comment that the house is paid for like 9 more months.
Yeah. Crow comes back to you, Justinian. You have something for Crow?
I do, and I pull out that dagger that I picked up just that normal, regular dagger that I picked up in the cave, and I give that to her.
Oh, it's nice. And Crow likes this. Guests get unruly, and Crow can control their attitudes. Crow?
Yep.
What have I told you?
I'm sure Bryn can sharpen that for you.
She's not allowed to have sharp objects. She's not allowed.
Why not? She's just one of us.
She kind of threatened one of the guests.
Did he try sleeping in Oz's room?
Might have.
That would probably be it.
She looks at you. And I have something for you. And she reaches from behind her and she says, close your eyes and put out both hands. Crow has surprise for you.
I do exactly as she says.
You feel two circular objects, one in each hand. They're rather large and ball-shaped, and they're about a pound each.
Open?
All right.
Open and see.
I open my eyes.
You see, they're kind of gooey. There's like shards of glass around them.
I made for you. You throw them. You cause pain to others.
These are excellent. Thank you. I don't have a whole lot of ranged weapons. I appreciate this.
So you can add to your inventory 2 Cronades.
Are they in the available inventory?
Yep.
Yes.
Like sticky bombs.
You'll see when you read through the description of them.
I will not read through the description until I throw one.
Okay. It's fine.
All right, added to my inventory.
All right.
Thank you so much, Crow. This is amazing.
I made them myself. It took me a while. Have to eat a lot of things that disagree with the inside to get things to stick together.
Oof. Okay.
A little bit after that, Bishop, you walk in.
Yep. I just go in and go directly upstairs.
Man of many words.
There might be somebody in your room.
My room is Bryn's room.
Yeah.
There might be somebody in your room.
All right. What are the rest of you doing?
Which of us have rooms?
All of us should have rooms.
Yeah, your rooms are available. They
our
have
rooms are
quarters.
okay.
Yep.
What time of day is it? Is it nighttime?
It's definitely nighttime. Yep.
Right.
Nighttime is the right time.
I will find a room. Was I ever assigned a room? I don't think I was. I'm just.
Last time you showed up. We brought you to the house.
I think I just stood guard out front.
You might have.
How about I give him my room and I will take Oz's old room?
That's fair.
Because I think Crow would be much happier if I took Oz's room than if we rented it out.
Most likely.
Sure.
And I will let Crow know that she can come and go from my room as she pleases. And I just go upstairs, grab my plants, show annex to his room and then put my plant in my new room.
Okay. Anything any of you want to do before the rest?
I am going to, once everybody's settled in for the night, lay my pieces of my sword out, and I'm going to try to commune with Ferondis.
Okay. So you reach out and you hear the vine crawling up through the floorboard, kind of pushing its way in. You have your eyes closed as you're calling on him. You open them and see in the corner of the room he's just leaning against a wall, just biting into an apple. What might I do for you?
So, Ethan Shadowspark is trying to find devices to destroy the world. And now Quentin has found his avatar for True Silver, and I want to help end this conflict, but I also want to honor my word to you. How do I walk two paths at once?
Those who walk the right path will find all their objectives. Do not worry about me. I've waited hundreds of years to see the blade reforged. This world is plagued by worse things.
Does Sylvanas have an avatar that needs to be found as well?
I will admit, I don't hear from Sylvanas as much as I used to. But as to his avatar, I do not know. That is an affair of mortals like yourself. I serve Sylvanas in the Fey Plane, not here in your world.
Thank you, as always, for taking the time to guide me in the correct direction.
I feel like you question many things. What might I say to help lead you on the right path?
Do I abandon the group for now to come back with your sword reforged? Or do I stay with them and wait for me to be guided to reforging the sword as I was guided to the pieces?
A vine growing by itself is not nearly as strong as many vines woven together. Your friends, that's what's important. I believe going out on your own could only lead to folly. Let your friends help you
It will come in time.
Thank you. I appreciate you giving me guidance.
I am here with you, my child. When the wind blows against the petals of a flower in the field, I hide behind that flower. When the trees rustle, I am behind every leaf. I am with you. Do not fret. You are young, but you will become something strong. I will help guide you there. Don't be afraid to call on me when you need me.
And thank you again.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, but I really appreciate it.
He nods at you, and you just see his shadow just fade into the floor. A few flower petals fall from the ceiling, and you hear something hit the wood floor as an apple core just rolls toward you.
All right. I pick up the pieces of the sword, shove the two back in the bag, and turn in for the night.
Do you have the pieces? I thought
I have all three, or at least I have three.
But I thought you separated them and gave like one to Quentin, one to somebody else or something. Am I?
He gave two to me, and I thought he gave the hilt to Bishop. Like,
no, I can't give the hilt to somebody because that's my spell focus. But
okay.
I gave one piece to you. I tried to give one to Bishop. He wouldn't take it, so then I gave one to Marcelin.
Okay, so you have the hilt and
I have the hilt, but I would have requested from everybody the pieces back. Now that we're somewhere relatively safe. My bad.
Okay.
I was like, you never actually did that, so
yeah.
Just making sure. Keeping all the pieces together.
Right.
The puzzles.
Yeah. Okay.
That should be the name of our bar.
The puzzles.
Puzzles.
Each chair is a different puzzle shape.
So I will turn in for the night.
Okay. Night passes. Morning arrives. You smell breakfast being cooked. Those that can smell. Bishop, you'd be up first.
I'm just going to tinker in the blacksmithing area.
Okay.
I'm going to look and see what Bren's been doing and see if I can't work on anything.
Quentin.
We'll get up and go down for breakfast because I assume it's the lady who cooked for us last time.
Well, come on in, honey. We got some breakfast here going for you.
So it's just as delicious as it did last time.
Well, you're too sweet. Can I get you some tea?
I'll take an ale.
Well, aren't we just a little alcoholic? And she goes over and pours one for you. Little hair of the dog to wake you up from the night before.
Yeah, basically. And I will eat and wait for the others to come down.
A few moments later, Marcelin walks in. Well, Quentin, it is good to see you.
Marcelin, I have news for you. There is a third Vidalcan.
A
Third Vidalkin?
He's at the academy. Lamar said he's seen him there, just never talked to him. I want to make sure you knew in case it was one you were looking for.
That is exciting. I may need to go to the academy again. I feel like I just left.
1 week later.
Justinian, you get up. Are you going to follow your nose?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Some bacon and some bread.
You come in there. You see Marsland and Gwynton. Well, don't we have a lot of early risers? Come on, sit down.
In our defense, when you're traveling, you tend to want to be an early riser.
Oh, I'm sure you got just the most fascinating stories.
I mean, got some stories involving boats and avatars, and Marsden almost getting us killed again.
That is not true. I am now a pilot.
You are a pilot, but you need to learn you need to go to pilot school to learn how to drive a boat.
Anaximander, what are you doing?
Gonna go wander the streets.
Okay.
Gentlemen.
Any particular place?
Gentlemen, I will be wandering the streets, probably around Beggar's Market.
Okay.
Am I done eating by the time this happens?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I will actually join you partially because I want to go talk to a woodworker.
Fair enough.
Hey, Anaximander,
Yo.
take this bag with you. And I toss him Oz's old bag of holding. It's just the bag of holding.
Yeah, it's tore out at the bottom.
No, I took all of Oz's stuff out of it.
No, he said tore out at the bottom.
Jeez.
Yeah, Oz's bag has nothing. It all got sucked into the astral plane.
Or I'm sorry, not Oz's Rift's. Yeah, Rift's bag of holding. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to remove that from my inventory. You now have an empty bag of holding in your inventory.
This may prove to be useful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just so you know, there's a limit to how much those things can hold. Apparently, a statue breaks it.
Because apparently a statue weighs as much as an astral elf.
Yeah, apparently.
In certain situations.
We're never letting you live that down.
It's fine.
I mean, I'm the one who did it.
Quentin, shall we?
Yep, let's go.
All right. Justinian, what are you doing?
I am just going to hang out, and I am going to enjoy the day here at the house.
All right. Bishop, you're still tinkering?
I'm whatever Bryn's working on, I'm like throwing myself at it.
Okay. All right. Annex and Gwynton, where are you headed first?
To be honest, where I'm heading is probably the shipyard. Not necessarily Beggar's Market.
Okay.
Beggar's Market.
Where your ship is moored?
Someone who can fix ships and knows how to work on ships to fix damages and repairs.
Oh, they're already taking care of that for you.
I know.
Okay. All right, so you're heading there. Annex, where you're just wandering?
Nope, going to Beggar's Market.
Okay.
I've been before I joined the party, I was wandering around trying to figure out where Tyr was at. So I would know about Beggar's Market, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you explored the city.
Good. Yeah. Good.
Okay, so you all go opposite directions.
Yep.
Nothing bad can happen with that.
Hey, Alex, hold up. I'll take a walk with you. opposite direction.
Sorry,
See you later.
sucker.
All right, Annex, we'll start with you because Beggar's Market's way closer.
Yep. I'm actually just gonna to look around, and I'm gonna see some of the destitution that's going on. Do I see people that are literally begging for food and panhandlers and whatnot?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
and I
God.
mean, it's a market as
poor.
it's a market as well. So I mean, they're selling. Some of them are selling goods. Some of them are selling small crafts. It's cold. Like you can see the snow blowing through the streets. Winter is here. So,
tell me, does the local temple, does that have a? Well, I guess I can just asking. Well, does the temple have a like a recruiting for training for like war? I can't think of the word offhand. I mean, I know there's like there's the like the temple guard, stuff like that. But I was thinking more with the temple. What kind of do they have? Would they be training people almost like monks?
No, they don't do that there.
Understood.
That's a monastery.
I was thinking that there was still some kind of training or some kind of guard or something there. That
being that the temple is not one religion, it's multiple religions that have like different areas of the temple. They just don't do that there. There's not even guards outside.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right, so you're just walking Beggar's Market?
No, I'm not going to walk Beggar's Market. There's food that's being sold around here.
Yep.
Good. I'm going to. I'm actually just going to create food and water. I'm going to come over there to a stand off to the side, and I'm going to create food and water.
Okay. So you do this because that's a cantrip, right?
That is. Oh no, that's a spell.
It's like a level 3 spell or something.
Yeah, it's a level 3. It's no small feat. So just gonna, and it's 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water. Okay.
Do you have something to put the water in?
I'm looking at it now.
Here's a bag of holding.
Yeah, he just keeps dumping it out of the bag, scooping it out with his hand.
The food for right now, because it wasn't really thought out, and he's kind of going on a whim, and so is the player. He's going to the water will be contained in the bag of holding, and the food will just be on the ground. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and I was like, and I'm just gonna announce food and water for those who hunger and thirst. Come.
They're the people around there are they're kind of like nervous, and they just kind of looking at you puzzling because nobody's really done this. And the first one comes over and takes a bite, and everybody's watching him, just waiting for him to like keel over or start coughing. How are you distributing the water? Are you just pouring it in their mouth, or?
If you have containers, I have the means to give you water. If not, hold out your hand.
He holds out 2 hands, You pour some water in there and drinks
it's
it.
the bread of Christ.
Right? Jesus
Flesh
over
from
here.
his flesh. This is the blood of Christ.
You don't think there's going to be some legends through the land about 5 loaves and 3 fishes, the magic water.
So I'm just I'm going to continue to just stay there, and then I'm just going to feed them who were around, and just encourage them. Seek out your abilities, seek them, and then use them, for the time at hand is very dire. War is coming. Prepare yourself.
I don't know. He's just freaked out a whole bunch of homeless people.
Behind you,
Doom!
behind you, you hear,
It's been a long time since I've seen a prophet in these parts.
I'll look behind me. What do I see?
You see a well-dressed red tiefling just kind of leaning against like a stall there and just kind of whittling away at a stick.
Okay. Right.
Justice.
What brings you to these parts, friend?
War. It is coming. And we need all hands ready to take action.
If I remember my history, a beggar's army didn't fare well in the past.
You must start somewhere. These people are in need. Start there.
I appreciate your kind actions. But your jester does make a financial impact on the market.
Were these patrons?
And you can see the you've been feeding these people and there's now a line and it's coming up and nothing's really stopping you, but you can see the people running selling some food that was there. They're just kind of looking at you like, what? But
Okay. Well, you have my most sincerest apologies.
Oh, don't apologize.
Do you recommend another avenue for feeding them and encouraging them?
I just feel a donation might also come in handy for those inconvenienced by your generosity.
Donation of time is available. What can I do for you?
A donation of money is better.
I'm sure it is.
I don't want to discourage you. These people have little to look forward to besides death from a harsh winter. Your generosity is appreciated. By the way, the name's Restus. Who might you be?
An Examander.
Quite a mouthful.
It's what I was born with. So, Restus, I seem to have inconvenienced you. And here, and then I'll hold out 5 gold coin for him.
he puts his hand out as you drop the coins, and you can see his fingers just slowly close around them.
I think that will do.
I will find other avenues in order to take care of these.
You provide a holy service. Maybe next time we discuss it, we may be able to equally benefit all of us.
Fair enough. Please meet me anytime when I am not here, and I'll give him the address of the house.
He looks at you.
Oh, you don't live there?
Oh, but I do.
No, you see, I sold that home. There's others. There's a construct creature and
Bishop.
Quentin.
And Quentin.
And there is an Oz, I believe, and a blue.
Oz is Oz is no longer on this plane, but and Marsland is the other that you speak of.
So you just moved in?
They have been very gracious in taking me under their roof.
Yes, it seems that's what they do. Which is no concern of mine, of course.
Good. Well, feel free to meet me there anytime, and we can talk about better ways to encourage these people to do more than just sit around and beg.
I might just take you up on that. They are friends of mine.
Good. Good. Please, keep the money, keep the gold, and I'll think a little bit more in advance before taking care of the poor and needy.
He nods at you. Have a pleasant evening.
You as well. I'll see you soon.
And you see him walk off. But as you do, you see he flicks a coin at the food vendors until he's through the gold that you gave him. He did not keep it for himself.
The food will last the rest of the day. After that, it will disappear. It will go bad. Do not eat it. And hopefully I will see you soon. Think on the words that I spoke to you today. War is at hand. Prepare yourself. Find those gifts and abilities that you have and use them to prepare yourself. Take action.
Thank you, Prophet. We will sing the praises of Anaximander throughout all the lands. Our savior.
I am no savior. I am just a steward of gifts given to me by Tyr. Praise him.
Praise Anaximander, servant of Tyr.
I'll walk away.
Quentin, go down to the docks.
All I can picture is Anaximander on the street with the bells. The end is nigh!
Right?
Okay, now I'm on the docks. I am looking for, shipwrights.
Okay. I mean, they're there. You use the key that you got from Marsland to get into the Silver Docks. And yeah, you see them cleaning up, people scrubbing the ship and loading supplies in.
Okay, I guess I could talk to the dock manager. Ask him if he knows of any the people who can repair ships who would be interested in traveling on a ship.
He walks up.
Are you trying to hire a crew?
We need 11 people for this. We need somebody who can fix the ship when we're out and about.
I'm just trying to go about what you're doing here.
Yeah,
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, 100%. At least one person who can fix it.
So he walks up. Ah, you're back so soon.
Yeah, I figured since we don't have anything excessively urgent today, we're waiting for the ship to get head to toe looked at, that we would try to find people to help us run the ship, because I believe we need more than just 5 of us for this ship. And I don't know about anyone else in my traveling party, but I do not know how to work on a ship to fix any damages that might occur.
Well, you need a crew? Then we can probably arrange that. It's kind of based on how much you want to spend.
Okay, what are the average going prices so I can go back to the other members to talk to about this, because this is a decision I should make on my own or anything.
And he lists the prices for basically like your 3 levels of crew. One
more seedy, piratey sets. One standard crew, and then the other for like more high class ship, and it's a good, better, best situation. I'll get you those prices. I gotta look up and see. I think they actually have some of that stuff listed somewhere. I just gotta figure out what.
And then are they equivalent to like a full set of 11 people? So like, it's Marzen driving, the four of us twiddling our thumbs, and then 11 people doing whatever they need to do? Or is it just like enough to get us to 11?
It's going to be however you want it. So if you want, a full
skedaddle.
crew, yeah, if you want that, and then you guys are just passengers on your own ship, that's whatever you want to pay for. So
okay, I will take that information. Thank you for that information. I will get back to you as soon as we decide what we want to do as a group, and I'll make my way back to the house.
So just so you know, some of the ones you're looking for, because this stuff is listed, outside of your standard crew members, is captain, which that would be probably Marsland. You would have a first mate, which is probably one to use. You'd have a bosun for technical advice. That'd be the person that fixes it in. So quartermaster to take care of the ship inside, a surgeon and for medicine things, and a cook.
Excuse me, sir. I'm a cleric. I am the medicine guy.
I'm just saying these are the standard ship roles.
Okay.
For that, and then you have your standard commoners that
crew number 1 through 7.
Yeah. So
that works.
There are rules for mutiny and shore leave and all that stuff. So they're just not cost. I'd have to do a little research.
Okay.
It's probably in there. I just gotta dig.
It's somewhere over the rainbow.
Here we go. According to the Dungeon Master's Guide, sailors, they make about 2 gold per day. So your top end would be 2 gold per day. Your middle per person. Your middle one would be 1 gold per person, and the pirate crew would be 5 silver per person.
Okay. Where's my notes?
Let y'all figure that out.
Yeah, and I'm heading back to the no.
Okay. And actually, you were heading back to the house as well?
Yep. Once it started getting towards evening time, I'm here to feed the poor, not the thieves.
Yeah.
And then head back to the house.
Justinian, anything?
Nope. Just hanging out the house today.
Okay.
I believe Marzo would go to the academy trying to find his third Blue Man group set person.
Probably would. And we'll find that out next week. Because that's where we're going to end this evening. For sure.
This was a lot of fun, by the way.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah, you're officially in Act 2 now. You kind of can see what's going on and what needs to go on. There's a lot of moving parts here. But you all do gain a level.
What?
Yay.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that after the stream.
Not a problem. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. You got out of the caves. You're back in town. Definitely some RP going on as you all figure it out. So some breadcrumbs, some good stories. All right. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight, for sure. We will be back for the next few weeks, so that's a good thing. We haven't had a back-to-back session in a while because life is busy. So we're going to take you over to Strife 98 at the end. We should be with you Wednesday. We'll see. There is no B&B this week, so it's not a pre-show show. It's just a normal thing for us. So we're there for that. You all got anything in closing?
Nope.
Join us next week.
That's right. So, as soon as I get done clicking around. Until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Take care, everybody.
The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you've been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, that's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you've been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, yo I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but I body like I'm playing lacrosse. Beat to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me. I've been demolishing your cities, I'm astonishingly sleazy. I'm the big bad, y'all must be the cast. I'm killing a master, villain, a blast, a disaster. Really a rap bastard, within the rap fast for the masses. I ravage all races and classes. Savage, I can't stop myself.